Exploration Nation. It's Retro and me once again on another one of our adventures. And boy, has this place been an adventure so far, just getting to it. We found this on this by the side of a highway, busy highway. You can hear the traffic in the background. And we didn't want to, for safety reasons, come up the driveway because it would necessitate a walk within a couple of feet of the side of the road, so we didn't want to chance that. So we came up through the woods. You needed a machete to get through there. So about halfway through, this guy pulls over on the side of the road and yells at us. And we're like, okay. So when we call back to him, he says that he's the property owner.
Oopsies.
And we're like, well, we know where this is going. But he turned out to be real nice. He didn't ask us to leave or anything like that, but he owned the property. He was just checking to see what we were doing, and we told him what we're doing. I assured
him we're not vandals.
Yeah, and he said he wasn't worried about that.
He said go on up.
Yep, he sure did. He said just be careful while you're there. He said just taking pictures. He said you're fine. He said go ahead on. And he said have a good one. So
you're in luck.
Yes, that's the first time that I've ever randomly gotten permission, you know, on the side of the road like that.
Yeah, usually when that happens, they're like, get out of here.
Exactly.
I've had that happen.
And that would have been within his rights.
Yeah,
he's the property owner, and we'd have been left him on good terms. It'd been no problem. Anyhow, this isn't so abandoned. It is owned, but he said, come on in and take all the pictures and video that we wanted. So we don't know his name, but in case you run across this, big shout out to you. We really do appreciate this. Thank you so much. And so now we got up here and we were wondering, after all that, going through the briars and the thickets and everything, if the door was going to be open. The door is open. So we're going to go in and see what's in here. Come on. And I recognize that door style right there.
Yes. I have wanted to go and get a door like that and put it on my own house.
I always liked them. Okay.
There's sort of in town that takes old doors and lays them on.
Look at this big, beautiful paneling here. That's pretty.
That's like good paneling.
Yeah, that's the real deal right there. It's not the cheap stuff. That's pine. Oh, this is nice.
Is it knotty pine?
I don't think so, although it does have a few knots in it.
There's an old wood stove here. It's kind of interesting, but at one point they put down vinyl flooring in the living room.
Yeah, I'd like to see the floor under it.
Yeah, no doubt they covered up something old.
The floor might be pine also. That was a common thing for flooring at one time. It's pine. And of course here in North Georgia, pines are plentiful.
Here's some ever warm baseboard heating. I'm seeing a lot of 70s things right now.
Yeah, you're spot on about that. And the light fixture, a wagon wheel fixture.
Oh my goodness, that is so 70s.
Now this house is a log house, and we'll show you all that in just a minute when we go back outside. And the ceiling, just now noticed, is pine also. At one time, this was a really pretty little house right here.
Yeah, it was. It didn't have a highway there. It's all mountainous.
Yeah.
We've got a ceiling cave-in right here. The floor is also suspect.
Yes, it is.
It's definitely crunching underneath our feet.
Yeah, and the kitchen is right back there. See how far I can get by with this. Yeah, refrigerator's still in here.
Surprised he said okay to go up here.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But I guess he thought that we'd use common sense. Which we are careful. We're not taking chances. And you can see the floor just goes down a few inches, so we're cool. I'm going to try for this. Okay, I made it without knocking down the ceiling. Okay. Now, kitchen right here. Of course, you can see the roof is caved in. And an old wall heater over here. 2 electric coils in it. Alright, now I've got to at least open this refrigerator part of the way. It's an old Frigidaire. Yeah, there's a jar of mayonnaise in here.
Really?
Yeah, there is. From about 1949. Oh, there's other things in here. There's salad dressings, bottle of Mountain Dew. Yeah, there are things in here. Alrighty. See if I can give you guys a look. If I can get this. Well, I don't know. No, nothing in the freezer.
So the ceiling is just hanging down in front of our faces.
Yeah, swinging after I came through here.
Yeah, this is not ideal. But let's not move the ceiling too much when we open the fridge door. There's stuff still in here. You know that soda isn't old though. I wonder when this was abandoned. I mean, it looks like it's been abandoned for 40 years.
Well, there was stuff in that old wood stove in the living room that was pretty new. I think people are coming up here.
We need to check a date. That says 2012.
2012.
Wow, you think this place was inhabitable in 2012?
That's 9 years, so if it was starting to get in disrepair at the time.
It's like the floor and the ceiling are wrecked.
Yeah.
Usually takes longer than that. Maybe it was already in disrepair.
Yeah, that's what I suspect.
Has to be.
Probably 10 years or more since anything was done to the roof, which is a shame.
This is gross, but 2011. Yeah.
So the latest date you've found is 2012 over there?
Yeah, the soda at Ingles still looks like that. You know, it's not that old.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So here's where the sink was and still kind of is. You can see the countertop here. Any contact paper in the drawers?
No contact paper this time. Just bare drawers. And the shelves above.
Well, evidently somebody did take the stove, but the hood is still here. Exhaust. New tone, 2-speed exhaust.
That's old.
And look at this old heater here, this wall heater. Ooh! Everwarm. It's the same brand as the baseboard heaters out there. Ooh, this house is crunchy.
Yes, it is. And literally about to fall down around our ears.
Yeah, I know.
But that old hood fan, that is from the 60s or the 70s because it doesn't if you notice, it doesn't blow the exhaust air back out into the room like the newer ones do from the 80s on. There's the vent for it right up there. It exhausts to the outside. In this case, they just had it exhaust into the attic.
Fuses. Imagine this was somebody's kitchen window view years and years ago.
Now, we don't know how old this house is, but the kind of construction on the outside that we're seeing, it's been around a long time. And so when this house was built, there was very, very little traffic on the highway out there because this has been a very rural area.
Stuff falling on my head.
Yeah, it's the roof. Now, Retro and I haven't been in a place quite like this. I mean, we've seen our share of roof cave-ins, but never where the house is literally falling in as we film it. And that was a piece that just fell.
I'm doing some artsy-fartsy stuff, don't mind me. As I get debris stuck on my head. Okay. There was a rug here at one point. There's evidence of an oriental rug here. See that?
No, I haven't made it that far. There's a kerosene heater sitting out back here. Now, they still make them like that, but that old boy's have been there for a little while.
Oh yeah, I remember we had one like that in the 80s. Kerosene heater.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I want to get out of this room.
Yep. While the room still exists.
Yes.
That's about the shape of it. Oh my goodness. Okay. And here is a back room, like a little storage room where the water heater is. And the washing machine was here. Might get a better view of that from outside because there is a door that goes out right there. It's much better than the way I'm trying to go.
So that wall is nice. It's nicer than the wall in my house, that's for sure.
See this cool closet right here?
I haven't looked there yet.
It blends in.
Oh,
I almost missed it. It wasn't meant to blend in, but it does.
nothing much in this one.
Nothing in that one. Well, there's nothing really in here.
Inflatable mattress. Check the top shelf. There's something. I don't know what that is. Remember at the youth camp, we checked the top shelf randomly and there was an Atari controller up there?
Yes.
I'll link to that video in this one if you want to see that. So now we know always to check the top shelf.
Always.
It's a new rule.
Even if the camera is the only way to see it.
And the bottom shelf too, because look.
What you got down there?
A box top for shoes from Sears. How cool is that?
That's very cool.
It has Billy. It has Billy's name on it. And I don't know what the numbers are, but
I guess Billy wanted to make sure everybody in the house put their shoes on.
Yeah. And we know it's old because it says Sears, Roebuck and Company. It was before they dropped that and just were Sears.
Oh, wow.
The shoe place. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's real cool. That's a nice little find right there.
Yeah.
To a lot of people, it wouldn't mean anything, but to those that are into abandoned retail and retail that's closing and retail history, it's very cool, and it may even be collectible.
There's another closet here. It's cool how they have closet space like crammed into little places.
Well, the house that's little about had to.
Well, like the house I'm in was built in '78. There's like nothing, like no coat closet, no any kind of storage, which sucks. Anything in there?
Not a thing. Other than this, whatchamacallit right here.
That's a new thing.
Yeah, I've forgotten what that's called. I know what it is. You twist the handle to work it.
Yeah, those are pretty modern. So we've got the old the old sink still here.
Actually, it doesn't stink in here real bad.
No, it doesn't. So this is that thing that would make the room heat up. But we had one of these in our house in the 80s, and it would make the room, like, it would have heat for the room. When you get out of the shower, you could be all warm and toasty instead of freezing.
Yep. Yeah, a few things left behind.
You need to brush your teeth, Dirk.
No, but I do need to wash my mouth out.
Yep, you're all set. We got some Dial soap left here. Isn't Dial usually that color?
Yeah, it's just a straight old soap.
You use Dial. Aren't you glad? Aren't you glad you use Dial? It's a retro commercial for you.
There you go.
Okay, so what is this? It's like not tile. It's fake to look like tile.
I don't know. That feels mighty hard to be.
It is tile?
I think it is.
Feels like cardboard to me.
It scratched all the pieces. I know that.
And it's cardboardy.
Yeah, there's no way that it's real tile. You see these roofing, these little tacks in it? Mm-hmm. Well, the tacks are in the grout in between. They're not in through it, so maybe so.
I'm pretty sure this is because look at the bottom. I don't know. I think it's a mock tile, like a facade.
Yeah, like they put in houses now. In houses now, they have a mat of tiles that just lays up there, and it looks like a real thing, but it's not. Real tile is put in painstakingly, one tile at a time.
Yeah, I don't think it's that. I remember when my parents did that, we had what's called the Florida room in our house, even though we didn't live in Florida. People had rooms they called that. And they painstakingly did the tile floor in there. They said it was a nightmare.
It is. I wonder if there's a date on that. Now, that's going to be a newer
American
toilet.
Standard.
You can tell by the shaping. You also tell by the size of it. 1.6 gallons is all you can have now. Mm-hmm. As a matter of fact, I made mention of that in one of my earlier videos, and there was a guy that had a friend that actually got arrested at the Mexican border for trying to smuggle in commodes with tanks too big on them.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Can you imagine sitting in a prison cell? What are you in for? Smuggling cans.
Oh my gosh.
You know?
You look down here, some of these old bath towels still here with little rubber ducks on it. Isn't that cute?
Well, it's got a few years on it. It says made in USA. And here's the rubber ducks.
It's still got some TPs. Look.
Yeah, just in case anybody, some wayfaring stranger needs it. There's no date on there. There usually is somewhere, but I can't find it. But that's going to be newer. That's not going to tell anything about the age of the house anyway. So that's going to be newer than what came in.
Hey, there's another bedroom here.
here's another room with this beautiful paneling. This is so pretty. And here's a light fixture. Oh, we got another little building back here. Now this is small enough. This looks like this may have been the well house. This is going to be a well house. There's a couple of tanks right here. Yes, definitely. And this is where that power was coming to. And I know it's got to be wrong, but do you know there's still pressure showing on the line right there? On that gauge.
Huh.
Zoom in on that. And that's as far as I can go. I can't read what it's reading, but it has to be just stuck or something. As long as this has been sitting here, there's no way there'll still be pressure on that.
Yeah.
But it's just strange to see it. It's reading about 34 pounds per square inch. Lord have mercy, what a spider.
What?
I was going to pull that chain to see if the light came on, just be doing something. There is a spider the size of a Buick right in front of it. I think it may be just a shed skin right there.
Oh, yeah. Not as big as a wolf spider.
Nope. But still big enough to whip you.
And you still don't want it on me. Oh, and over there.
Yeah, there's a small one here. See what I can see in here. Whoa, there's a nice little hole right there, that's what. I don't know. There's a place to stand here. Now, there used to be a creek right here. I wonder if this might have been the original well house. That's a hole right there. You'll go in. You'll go in up to your knee.
All right, so the thought is that maybe this was the original well house or spring.
I was about to say, check this over here. There used to be a creek right here, and look at the way this is made. If this house is as old as I think it is, that may be a spring house, not a house, but what people used to do was, before refrigeration, was they would channel water from a spring-fed creek through a small house or building or structure in order to cool it down and keep things cool, refrigerated. If you ever go to the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, go to Cades Cove, you'll see one, and it's still in operation. And even on a hot summer day, you can walk in there and it's nice, it's cool. But that's what I'm thinking, that instead of the original well house like I originally thought, I'm wondering if this wasn't a place to keep refrigerated items.
Yeah, that's interesting. So this may have been where they kept some items cold a very long time ago.
Yeah, and you can see the pipe coming out right there. There's a flexible pipe over here at the end of this one. So I really wonder. I don't see any evidence that it was originally a well. And actually the creek is still running.
Yeah, there's water still here a little bit.
Okay, made it. And if that's what this is, they may have even filled this with spring water and submerged stuff. Because people also would put stuff directly into the creek, like milk and cheese and things like that. Just set it in the creek.
There's a cooler in there.
Yeah, definitely keep stuff cool in there.
So you think both of them were just to keep stuff cool?
Maybe, maybe not. I'm not sure. But the way this is made, this looks like a spring house.
Okay, so maybe this was the spring house and that was...
And maybe that was where the pump was to pump water over here.
Or it could have been where the pump was. We're just speculating right now.
Speculating big time.
Yeah. If you have any ideas about these two little structures and what their use might have been, let us know in the comments.
Yes, definitely. If you know what it is, let us know. We'd like to know what we're looking at, and we always like to learn new things. And speaking of what we're looking at...
Some poop.
Yes. Good old-fashioned scat right on top of the wall. Have mercy. Now, on to the garage. Much better.
Feature, December 20th, 1996. We got some kids' items here.
Oh, cool. What'd you find?
Some kids' shoes. There's a baseball. There's a little tool, kids' workshop thing. And we got the baby Bible, dated 1996. We got a secret room.
Yeah, let's see what's in here. Workroom.
I was hoping for something more scary.
Well, that was scary enough. I'm kicking everything around now.
Yeah. Not too much to report in here.
Nope.
If you need a camo beanie, there's one over there, Dirk.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord, you come over here, you're going to scream.
Oh my gosh. Look, it's a meeting of sprickets. What are they?
Camel crickets.
Camel crickets. Look at them. Look. Let's zoom in. Look away now if you're skittish. Get even closer.
For those of you that don't know, Retro hates these things.
Like, I'm not afraid of them, but they're gross. And like, look at them. Congregating here, they're talking about their next move, which is gonna be to jump on my head. See, like, okay, let me explain. Okay, you know, like stink bugs, we have a lot of stink bugs here. I don't know if you guys have them everywhere, but stink bugs are so dumb. Like, they'll be standing right next to you, like right here on the wall, and they don't see you coming. You can just get them and discard them outside or whatever, or squish them, which is very stinky, but that is an option. I usually flush them out in the toilet, but I digress. Okay, but those suckers, they can see you coming. They know, they wait and they watch, and just as you're about to strike, they jump like 10 feet in the air in what direction you don't know. Could be in your face, could be another way, it could be any which way, and you can't get them. You have to try really hard to get them. They know when you're coming for them.
Well, let's see.
Oh no. No, I don't want to have to contend with all of them. I'm leaving.
Yeah, and I'm cruising to get killed in here.
Now that I gave a 5-minute speech on bugs.
There it is. Well, that finishes it up for this roadside find. The little log cabin by the highway. Originally it wasn't by a highway.
No.
The more we looked, when this house was built, this was way out in the woods. This was a very rural area. The lake probably wasn't there yet. And stuff that Retro's kicking around wasn't here yet.
Spriggets weren't here yet.
Yeah, the Spriggets weren't here yet. Spriggets weren't born yet, you know. So, thank you for coming along. This has been a great explorer. It's well worth the effort to come up here. The only trouble is, this has turned into a nighttime explorer, so we've still got to go through all that mess with no trail, no road, no nothing. Back out through all this. So, well, it'll be an interesting trip, but it was well worth it. This is a great find, and once again, if the property owner is watching this, we don't know your name, but a big shout out to you. We thank you so much for letting us do this. We really appreciate it. We really enjoyed it. We had a great time back here, and this is a great place, so thank you very much. Well, in the meantime, we're going to head back and see if we can get there by way of not the emergency room, hopefully. This is the Retromantic. Be sure and check out her channel. Great videos, always. You watch one or two of her videos, you'll see what I mean. I promise you'll love her content. And while you're there, subscribe, and she'll appreciate it, and so will I.
Thank you.
So, in the meantime, thank you for coming along, Retro. I appreciate it.
This is an awesome explorer. We've had such good luck lately with things.
Yes, we have.
Abandoned locations are just coming at us left and right.
They certainly
And that's
are.
awesome.
It is. That's very awesome. So, I appreciate you coming along. It's always a great day collabing with Retro. We had an awesome time. Thank you for joining us, and join us again in our next video. Until then, we will see you in the next one. Exit. Stay dry.
Exit away from those creepy bugs.